how are you? It's craft time. I'm here. I'm just getting myself organized, finding everything. Bit of a scramble. Because I was upstairs, my partner's like, I want to show you something. And it was a video that took a lot longer than I intended. So it's like, I gotta go. I got stuff to do. I was hoping to do a little bit more prep before I got on, but that did not happen. So that's okay. Alright. So, I need to do a quick Google search because I am not prepped. So we're going to be staring at, my table for a moment. I was pulling out some papers that I found courtesy of our friend Elaine, and I got a bit of an idea for some of these. I just don't know yet what I want to do exactly, but first I got to find a template online. Hey Elaine, how are you? Do you recognize these papers? All right, I'm looking for hot air balloon drawing outline. So I'm just Googling images. I just want like a really basic outline. I'm hoping I can download open image, new tab. I really hope I can download one of these. Let's see. I hope so. I got a JPEG here. Yes, I can. All right, I want to print it. I want small though. Let me muck around with it for a sec as I figure out what the heck I'm doing. It's pretty big. I want small layout. Paper handling. So some of us get to know our printers a little bit, and we can kind of play around with it and see what we can do. I can shrink it. Let me. What am I doing here? Well, I'm glad you remember the paper. All right, I'm gonna give this a whirl. So I just took the image, made it smallish. And I should have put scrap paper in the printer, but I didn't. But it's just, not enough time to totally prep here. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, bigger than I intended, but I'm gonna work with it because I'm not doing a full-fledged card tonight. I just want to do enough to figure out this concept. So, with that, I'm gonna grab some scissors and I'm just gonna cut that shape. And I'm gonna modify the shape a little bit because I want to keep how it is with the bottom there. So if in doubt, if you're looking to do a easy, drawing concept or stencil template, whatever, good old Google, can really help to be able to do this. Because I have this hot air balloon theme happening in my head. And Stampin' Up! Does have a hot air balloon stamp set and die, which is a little outside my price point right now. I could have drawn my own, but sometimes it just, speeds up the process if I just grab something online. There we go. Nice, simple. So then this is good to bounce out. Bye-bye. I used to keep more scrap papers, but that's just computer paper. I don't need it, so there we go. All right, and then I want to use one of these pieces of paper. Just not that one. That one, I would love to do it with that, which I might very well do one with that. We'll see. But if not, no biggie. I just think it'd be, well, I might do, yeah, you know what? Because I said so, I'm going to do it with that one. But I also want to do one on another sheet, because I have an idea of giving it some texture and color. But I might be really, really off on the idea, so. But first things first is trace the outline. Doesn't have to be super perfect because I'm just, playing with ideas tonight. Because I'm still trying to figure out my March class. I was kind of hoping I would have had something by now. But sometimes a really good idea takes over. I'll cut that out in a moment. Now, one of these other pieces, I'll do one of those. Why not? So then just flip over, trace another one. Hope this works. But when I was looking at this paper tonight, I started looking at the Everyday Skies suite that has really nice sky paper, and I'm like, oh no, there goes my wish list. So my wish list has suddenly super grown, and not much I can do about that right now. So I'm just gonna cut these out. It doesn't have to be super perfect, I just want the overall outline. I could do a third, but no, I'm just gonna do two right now. I just want to see how this looks with what I'm thinking. Because the, possibly Elaine, this might possibly be part of the bonus card. I'm still playing with ideas. I just, for some reason, when I look at the rainbows and that, for some reason, I'm in a hot air balloon mood. I don't know why. It's speaking to me, so. I've got that one. I got a nice striped one coming up. Now, I could buy the dies, but I'm like, you know what? Sometimes simple shapes, I don't have to buy the dies. Even though I really want them. It makes things a little easier. I looked at the stamps for these, and it didn't impress me, which I was kind of surprised. Because I'm a type that, if I gotta get the dies, I gotta get the stamps as well, so. But for some reason, nah, it didn't do me. I'm like, huh. But the Everyday Arches, oh god, I want those. The stamp and the dies. Alright, so there. We got two hot air balloons. Kind of. So then, I'm gonna try a technique with this. This might be a total fail, but that's fine. I need a sticky note to be able to pull this off. Well, I could technically use a scrap piece of paper, but a sticky is going to have a little more flex to it to be able to stick it on. So, I'm going to grab my sticky note. Now, this idea was better in my head. It was a lot better in my head. So I just drew a line, a curved line, because I want to try something. And I keep saying I'm going to try something. I just needed a curve. So it might take me a couple weeks to figure out the class. Alright, so I've got this curve, and I got a little bit of a stickiness on it, which is what I want. And then I'm just going to stick it on top there. And then, because I'm going to do some blending brush thingy with it, I'm going to go look at the paper that's inspired me to use here. This might not go with it, but I know, I'm just mucking around with ideas here. So, I want to use a yellow. Let's just go Daffodil Delight and see what happens. I like to go all in, kind of with a bundle, but I don't know. The past year, I've really had to limit my spending, so I kind of wish I had more finances. So I'm just gonna wet my brush, even though this is not watercolor paper, and that's fine. I just want it wet before I give it to the doodles. It's like, uh-oh, buddy's under me. So I have it wet, but I'm gonna work out some of the moisture right now, because I don't want it super wet. It was just I did not wet it ahead of time, so I wasn't really prepared to do this because I did not prep. So just give me a few minutes to kind of get some of the moisture out. which is feeling a hell of a lot better right now. Alrighty, so then I'm gonna blending brush some white yellow onto that section, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side. This might not even work, but I just want to try it. That way the balloon has a little bit of action. Like that way it's not just a round shape, it just looks like it's meant to be that way. And I'm just gonna peek at how's that look. Might be a little too wet. Oh yeah, no, it's coming. It is working. Just maybe yellow was not the best choice, but I'm going for it. And of course it's going to be wet, so it's going to really saturate right through, and that's fine. Alright, so peel that up. Hey, that looks pretty cool. So let's do the other side. It's a great technique, if this works, to be able to take something from the internet and muck with it. Okay, so how does this look now? Oh, that looks pretty cool. Now, what I might do is I might just leave it like that. It's kind of, I feel like it needs another line, but maybe a different color. We'll come back to that. Let's do the other one for giggles here. I was going to say a phrase I don't usually say online. I'm like, wait a sec, I'm on video. Let's do it again with this one, just to see how it looks. It might help the color a little bit. I might have to grab another sticky to figure out how to do the inner line, but I'll figure it out shortly. Okay, so how's this turn out? Okay, that's pretty cool. Hey, I get ya. It's hard to like a set of dies when sometimes it's like, but what am I going to use it for? I have to wait nowadays till I actually find a total purpose, or if it's something I totally love, to be able to want to buy it. I'm having way too much fun using blending brush lately, as you can tell. Alright, so how's this going to look? Okay, it's starting to really saturate through, but it kind of created a weird effect to it, which looks really cool, actually. So this piece is done, but that's okay. I might be able to, yeah, because this is super wet now. But at least I got the general idea of how to make that lineage. So, I want another line. I just got to figure out, what am I making here? I'm thinking. Okay, I'm just going to grab one of these. I'll go on the first one, because that one's pretty wet right now. Because I'm going to go like the opposite line. I think twice. Let me get two of... I'll work it somehow. Alright, pencil. That's just to see what I did the first round. So this time... different type of curve. It's handy to keep a good stack of sticky notes just for this reason. So I'm going to need another color to be able to pull this off. Okay, that's a little crooked, but that's okay. Actually, I'm going to work it back a little. And just, oh, now I'm all reversal. Okay, I'm just thinking of how I'm gonna this. I don't like the shape of it, but that's okay. I need another color. Just for playing along, let's do Calypso Coral. And then I might just stick that on there. That way it's not so bleed through. Add some more. Okay, that kind of worked actually. A little bit. It's a little rough, but you know, until I get the right kind of idea. Gonna peel that, reverse the side. It's a neat way of trying to kinda make the balloon pieces, you know. Okay, this is going swimmingly well. I'll just roll with it. Here we go. Let's just play around here. What will probably be helpful if I'm going to do this again for real is cut more of that balloon template and figure out the shapes to be able to pull this off, kind of thing. I'm kind of bleeding through the original color, but that's okay. Of the yellow. Okay, let's see if this is a good or a fail. Actually, that's not bad, actually, considering. Alright, let's do this one too. Why not? We're already here. Again, Calypso Coral. Although I might come back on that first one a little bit more to fix that one edge that I like. And if we do this for the class, I don't know if I'll do all this blending. I might pre-do this ahead of time. Unless you really want to try this. I don't know. I'm a little uncertain. Yeah, now I'm getting the bleed through. So yeah, this technique only works, you know, once or twice, and then you're stuck with all this extra ink. So with that, I'm going to put those off to the side, recut a new one. Quickly. So yeah, definitely this is hard to do when you're doing with wet ink. Scissors. So to be able to pull this off does require multiple versions ready to go. Alright, let's do it again. But it's a fun technique. I think that balloon looks better personally. Okay, not bad. But super cute. Super, super cute. Alright, back to this one again for a moment. I'm going to fix that line. I'm going to try to fix it before it gets too wet. And I'm going to bring this back in before that gets too wet. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm just going to fix it a little bit. Alright, pull up. Yeah, there, a little better. Of course, now it's really dark. But cool. I like the technique. Of course, now I keep wanting to muck with it. Gives it like a painted look kind of thing. Anyway, but it was fun to try. It's just I had this idea going to bed last night. I'm like, I gotta try this out. Definitely, if I'm gonna roll with it, I gotta work on it some more and figure out this concept. But at least it was fun to try. So there we go. Part of me wants to do some more. Although that one might put more yellow back in actually. Wonder if it would let me. Might be too wet now, but I don't care. Sometimes it's just fun to play. Yellow, let's bring it back and see if I make it worse. Okay, now it's more darker, which I like. Okay, now I'm gonna muck with this some more. It's like now I can't stop. Okay, that just looks like a hot mess, doesn't it? But this one looks half decent. Let's see if I can muck it a little more. I just want a little more yellow. Of course, now I'm picking up other color, but that's okay. Probably should have left it alone, but it's me. There we go. Alright, I'm done mucking with it. But super cute. So, but the second one, I need to do something in the middle. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Could be because I already had the stripes. It just looks weird versus this one had a bit of a nice light background. It worked a little better, but there, it was fun. Because I'm considering using this paper, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll ponder on it. But with that, friends, I'm going to go. Thanks, Elaine, for watching. Yeah, this was better in my mind, but it's also a practice thing. It's just trying to figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work. I could always draw one of these. I could do that. I don't have to do the blending brush. That is possible, too. Alright, let me try one with drawing. So let's bring this back. Then I'm really going to go after. Da, 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 da. Just going to trace out another one quickly. And then grab either some markers or pencils. Let me try that. Then I might feel better about it tonight. But it was still fun. Well, I'm still here for a couple more minutes. Can't resist. Alright, so there's that one again, which I really like that one. Yeah, I'm still here. You're still here, I'm still here. Alright, I'm going to find my Stampin' Blend markers and such, which are in this little pouch, as I'm trying not to knock everything out of the room. Alright, so in keeping with the theme of what I'm working with, because I don't have a lot of the colors, let's see what I can work with here. I could do pink. And I'm looking for another color. I could do soft. I'll do pink, the Fleur de Flamingo, and soft succulent. Why not? Let's just go with that, just to kind of see if I can kind of make this work a little better. I'll just use the because that wants to roll on me. I'm just going to hand draw it, because now that I've done this a few times, I kind of know where I'm going with it. Yeah, maybe markers might be a little easier to work with. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Just checking the marker. It just felt a little like light for some reason, as in, are they dying on me already? I never use them. Alright, that's looking a heck of a lot better. I might bring in a third color. We'll see in a moment. So, let's do... the next one in this color, which is soft succulent. It's not as pretty as the blend, but that's okay. And what's nice is even some of the paper color textures coming through a little bit. Okay, I do admit this marker's not as good, but that's okay. I'll just add more darker to it. But I'm definitely thinking going marker might be a little better. Alright, there we go. Now I really want a yellow, but I don't have too much for yellow. So we're gonna go with... oh, I got lemon lolly. I didn't even know I had lemon lolly. We'll do lemon lolly. Okay, well, maybe not the best of colors, but you see where I'm going with it. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, just to kind of play with it a little. Alright, so those who are watching, I know my color choices might not be the best, but let me know which version of a hot air balloon you like the best to go with this paper. I'm looking for votes. Might help me decide a direction. So there we go. I'm mixed between these. That one I kind of like again. I'm kind of back to that one again. I'm tempted to do it again. But yeah. Although this one, the color scheme kind of goes with it a little better. I just maybe would change up the colors a little bit. So let me know which one you like. And then it might give me a direction on what I'm going to do with this project. So there we go. Anyways, now with that, I'm really going to go. So have a good night. For reals. We'll see what I come up with tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll be still doing more of these. I think the marker worked better. The color scheme looks good and the blending was fun. Yeah, so Elaine's going with the first one. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll think about that. Let me ponder on that and see what I can do. because using the sticky note paper is great and all, except it just bleeds right through. So you can only do so much with it, and then you gotta do it again, again, again. All right, I will ponder on that. Thank you. Yeah, I went really thick with the green, I know, because it's the marker I was using. Anyway, it was still fun. Yeah. Actually, I think it needs more green. And it might blend, it might work out, or it might look like a hot mess. Let's see. Here's where I make it worse. Okay, let me know what you think of that. For use the green as an outline. Suddenly, that looks a heck of a lot better. Let me know what you think. Now I'm really gonna go. Oh my goodness, I'm making this more complicated, aren't I? I actually like that better now. Now that I've added those lines. Do more like a rainbow? Oh, that'd be good. Because it's a whole rainbow theme. That would be good. Could use the inspired colors from the sheet, possibly. Alright, either way, I'll ponder on it tomorrow, and we'll see what I come up with tomorrow. Maybe we'll do this again tomorrow, and maybe I'll try again with markers. Maybe I just grabbed the wrong colors, and then it just doesn't look good. I found technique-wise, the markers was a lot easier to work with. Alright, bye!